Hi, welcome back to Wallflowers. So today it's my Friday haul. And again, I feel like I've done really well. Obviously not as well as last time, because that was £200 worth of savings. But let's get into it and I'll show you what we've actually saved today. As usual, I name the item, I show you the price I paid, price it would have cost in the supermarket, and what my actual savings are. So we'll start at the beginning. I bought 2 packs of Charlotte potatoes. They came in a multi-buy deal. So the lady in the food initiative said today, take any 6 Waitrose items, and it's £1 for 6 Waitrose items. It's Friday and they needed to get rid of a lot of stuff. Friday is always the best day to go shopping because they need to get clear a lot of things. So 2 of the things I took were 2 packs of Charlotte potatoes. So they've got parsley and a smoked salt butter, and they will be absolutely delicious. So if I break it down to 6 items for £1, it comes just over 16 pence. So I'm calling it 17 pence. So for those 2 packs, it would have cost me 34 pence. Had I bought those in Waitrose itself, it would have cost me £2.25 per pack, which is £4.50, which gives me a saving of £14.16. Beautiful. The next thing on my list are Waitrose noodles, prawn noodles, and I picked 3 of these up. So basically, they're a high protein Thai style prawn and noodle salad. So as you can see, it's got the edamame beans, it's got noodles, it's got lettuce, and a little dip at the side. And each one of them will be a lovely little meal. So I'll pick 3 of them up. So 3 times 17 pence is 51 pence. Had I bought them in the supermarket, it would have cost me £14.25 for those 3. So it's a saving of £13.74. Blown away, absolutely amazing. And they will be delicious little meals. Next on the list is a Waitrose couscous, vegetable roasted couscous. Now we love couscous. I know some people don't like it. Claire was telling me today that she doesn't like couscous at all. We actually enjoy it. So I've paid 17 pence for that couscous today. Would have cost me £2.70 in the supermarket. So it's a £2.53 saving. I got 6 of these mini smoked wood sausage rolls, and as you can see, they've got poppy seeds on, and they look delicious. Just mini ones. Cost me 17 pence, although it's got a red sticker on because it was a Waitrose product. It was part of the deal. Would have cost £2.50 in the supermarket, so it's a £2.33 saving. Amazing. And the same with the cabbage. Ignore the red sticker, it was part of the deal. So this red cabbage is delicious. We really enjoy it, don't we? We started eating this a couple of Christmases ago when we first tried it, and since then we pick it up whenever we can find it. And it's beautiful. It's really tangy and tasty. So I paid 17 pence for that. It's got apple and red wine and cranberries in it, and it's really tasty. Had I bought that in the supermarket, it would have cost me £3. So it's a £2.83 saving. And again, the coleslaw, it cost me 17 pence. Would have cost £1.85 in the supermarket. So it's a £1.68 saving. We've got next on the list is spinach falafel. Now I actually bought 2 of these. Now 2 17 pences is 34 pence. Had I bought these in the supermarket, they would have been £3.50 each. So that would have been £7, which is a £6.66 saving. Now Oscar will devour these falafels. He will absolutely enjoy it. No one else will get a look in, and they'll be his. Next on the list is some amoy noodles. There's that much on the table, things are sitting on top of each other. Now I've spent, do you know, I've actually put £1 and they were only 50p. So I've spent 50p on those noodles and they'll just be an accompaniment to another meal. Would have cost me £2.15 in the supermarket. So it's a £1.65 saving. And I'll have to add that on at the end. Next is some picnic sausage eggs, Cumberland. I paid 17p for them. They would have actually cost £3.75 in the supermarket, which is a £3.58 saving. And they will be lovely. They will be absolutely delicious. Next on the list is a bag of peri-peri chicken. Again, there's only Oscar in the house who'll eat these. They'll be too spicy for me. So I've paid £1 for that bag of chicken. It would have cost me £2.79 in the supermarket. So it's a £1.79 saving. And he will thoroughly enjoy them. The micro rice. I've paid 20p for the micro rice. Would have cost me 57p in the supermarket, which is a 37p saving. Next on the list, these look delicious. I would have eaten these tonight, but there's too many other things that have to come first. So they are 2 breaded cod fillets and they're from Marks and Spencer's. I've paid 20p for those. Would have cost £4.50 in Marks and Spencer's, so it's a £4.30 saving. Beautiful. Tesco mini potatoes. We always love our salad potatoes. I'll have to pick and choose between there. There are some that will have to be binned and some sprouts will have to come off, but we'll get a good use of whatever else is in the bag. So they've cost 20p. They would have been £1.30 in the supermarket, so it's a £1.10 saving. And in the church food initiative we go to, there's always only 3 eggs in the box. So I did check them in the shop to make sure they were all okay. They've cost me 20p. So a half dozen eggs these days would approximately cost about £1.40 for those free range eggs. So I've put 70p. So it's a 50p saving. A small tin of sardines. Now we love sardines. We had pilchards and rice for tea last night, didn't we? And every now and again we love a meal like that. So I paid 20p for those sardines in tomato sauce. I always prefer them in the tomato sauce. Would have been 50p in the supermarket. So it's a 30p saving. And these 2 small tins of corned beef. Now again, they're only really small tins, but ample for a meal for 3. Now you think, oh, that's only a tiny tin, but once you add that to your mashed potato or what you're having with it, that's ample for a meal for 3. So I've paid 20p per tin. Obviously, we've got 2 tins there, so it's 40p. Would have cost me £3.60 in the supermarket, so it's a £3.20 saving. And anytime I can see fish or meat in a tin, I always pick them up and stock them, and they're always there to pull out when we don't know what to have. There's always tinned meat or fish there ready to use. We like having that little stockpile, don't we? Just a normal tin of beans. I paid 20p for them. They would have been 42p, so it's a 22p saving. Again, the same with the carrots. Just stocking up the tins again. So I paid 20p, would have cost 50p, a 30p saving. And this broth, I tried it last week. I had it with some ramen noodles and some meatballs, and it was absolutely delicious. So I've paid 50p per tin. They would have actually been £1.50 per tin. So I've paid £1, would have cost me £3 for the 2 tins, which is a £2 saving. Absolutely wonderful. I'm the only one to have tasted it so far, but I really did enjoy it. a small, again, this will be something Oscar will pick up along the way, a small pizza bun. We don't have a microwave, but it'll easily heat up in the oven as well. I've paid 20p for that. Would have cost 50p, so a 30p saving. These were quite nice. So these are pepperoni pizza slices. So they're what we call a pasty. 2 in the pack for 50p. So I got 2 packets of it. So it's 4 pasties for £1. Had I bought them in the Asda, they would have cost me £3.48, which is a £2.48 saving. Little treat. I got 8 Frosties cereal bars. Sometimes Oscar will have one for breakfast, but 9 out of 10 times there'll be an evening lunch, a little snack in the evening. I've paid £2 for 8 of those. Would have cost me £2.50 in the shops, so a 50p saving. Same with the Kit Kats. Today I just managed to get 3, but I got 3 of those for 20p. Would have cost 83p for those 3, which is a 63p saving. I got 3 ears of sweet corn. As you can see, they look fabulous, really yellow, really nice, lovely ones, boiled with a load of butter, and just go to town on them. They were absolutely free. No one was taking them, and a guy said to me, "Can I put some vegetables in a box? Would you be able to take them with you?" He said, "I know you cook a lot with your vegetables," he said, "but not everyone does these days." He said, "And we're the end of the Friday, and they'll either go to the pigs or they'll go in the bin because there's only so much we can send to the pigs." So I said, "Yeah, no problem." So as I go through, I'll explain what he gave to me. But the sweet corn was one of them, so they were free. Had I bought them in the supermarket, they would have cost me £1.60. So that's total saving of £1.60. The same, the Savoy cabbage was what he gave me. Delicious. Look how green that is. That's straight from the farm. Absolutely delicious. Absolutely free to me. Would have cost 59p. 4 limes. I actually paid 20p for these. I'm tending to pick the limes up now instead of the lemons. They last longer, and the flavour's not that far different. So I got oh no, I did get them for free, sorry. I got 4 limes for free. Had I bought them in Asda or somewhere like that, it would have cost me £1.18 for 1.18 saving. I picked up a large courgette, a yellow one this time. We haven't had any yellow this season, have we? I've paid 20p for that. Had I bought it in the supermarket, it would have cost me 85p, which is a 65p saving. And when he gave me the free things, I picked up all of these smaller courgettes. They're much easier to deal with when you're cutting and slicing them. 2 of them in a meal, just work through them a lot easier. So I've got 6 mini courgettes there. I got them for free, but had I bought them in the supermarket, it would have cost me £2.80. And again, the spring onions were all free. If you're a regular watcher of the channel, you know I'll prep all the dead stuff off them, take the ends off them, slice them, put them in the Ziploc bag, and take out a handful at a time if and when I need them. So they're always there in the freezer for me to take advantage of. So I'll always pick spring onions up when they're spare there. I've got them for free. The amount I've got there would have cost me approximately £2, so a £2 saving. Wait till you see the size of the ginger he gave me. This is the ginger. It's been rested on some beetroot. But yeah, an absolute colossal size of ginger. I will dehydrate that. We'll have ginger for use in all the meals. That'll take us right the way through the winter. Oscar was playing with it before and he said, "What animal do you think this shape looks like, Mum?" And he couldn't decide. I said, "Yeah, but it looks like a few are having a piggyback off him as well at the same time." But yeah, vast size of ginger there. Again, I got it for free. that would have actually cost me £5.50 in the supermarket. £5.50. So yeah, the yogurt was free as well today. They wanted rid of it. So it's a Skia cherry yogurt, absolutely free. Would have cost me £1.52 in the supermarket. And this was a different type of peanut butter I haven't seen before. So it's sweet and salty peanut butter. You can actually see the chunks. So there's big visible chunks of peanut in it. You can see the oil sitting on top. And I just got it for a change just to see what it was like. I've paid 20 pence for that jar of peanut butter, and that would have cost me £3.25 in the supermarket. Crazy. Still working through my list. Which way am I going? I got a tin of peach slices. Cost me 20 pence. Would have cost £1.10, which is a 90 pence saving. I got a tin of butternut squash soup. And that'll be great for us. We'll either add other things to it, usually in the casserole, or just one cold evening. One of us will eat that or share it and add something else to it and make a meal out of that. That'll be a winter meal later on in the season. So I've paid 20 pence for that. Would have cost me £1.70, which is a £1.50 saving. These were on the free counter. And they're zero. There's no sugar in them. So I picked two of them up. Had I bought them in the supermarket, it would have cost me £1.28 for the two of them. That was the cheapest price I found online. I know some places charge £1 per can, etc. And can be dearer. I got three baguettes, basically 3 mini French sticks. I got them absolutely free. Would have cost £1.80. Total savings. I got some Tesco brioche burger buns. Again, totally free. This was all in the vegetable box. So he gave me 2 packs. I'd say they were free to me. Would have cost £1.98. That round crusty loaf. Again, that was free. Would have cost me £1. Now I'm going to open this. I have really fond memories of loaves like this. So when I was younger, my dad would take the top off the bread. He'd scoop out as much bread from the inside as he possibly could, leaving a thin bread wall on the outside. And he'd fill it with tomato soup or whatever soup he was cooking that day. And then he'd put the top back on, bring it on a plate to me with all the bread on the side. He'd have his and I'd have mine. And we'd sit there and devour it and eat it. And it'd be such a winter treat sitting there with my dad. I don't know whether my mum was at work or my mum wasn't around at the time, but I have memories of eating and doing this so many times with my dad and my mum never being there. So whether it was just me and him time, I don't know. But soup and a loaf, oh, absolutely fond memories, absolutely lovely. But that'll probably end up really nice toast with some really nice creamy butter on it. But yeah, soup and a loaf. Did you ever have that? Did you ever have that when you were younger? Soup and a loaf. I don't know whether it was an Irish thing or what, but he liked to do things like that. I'd say that loaf was free, would have cost me £1. I got a pack of sandwich thins. Last time I got these, Oscar said he really enjoyed them. So they were free, would have cost me £1.70. From the bread rolls. Oh, these are just croissants and little bits of bakery items. They were absolutely free. Would have cost me £4.20, £2.50, sorry, £2.50 saving. I picked these up. I don't want to put anything too harsh yet in the toilet with it being brand new. But I do obviously need to put something in, so I thought I'll trial these first. So as you can see from the red sticker, they were £1. Had I bought it in the supermarket, it would have been £1.68, so a 68p saving. Again, these toffee creme de meaux were there. The girls have been telling me about making cheesecakes with them and having over ice cream. But of course, I'm still using the other caramel I canned, and I haven't opened mine. But the girls are saying, I think they'll sit there for years and years. So whilst they're still freely available, to stock up. So these will go in the back of the pantry. We'll keep using it and using it and using it. So we'll probably be using this next summer and the summer after. But while it's available, we're going to keep taking it and stocking up with it. It's delicious. This one isn't like the other caramel. It's more of a, how would you describe the flavour?
Creamy.
And buttery, isn't it? Really buttery. So 2 more of those, absolutely free. They would have been £15 a tin. So that's £30 saving. A bottle of Lucasade. Now, I don't drink a lot of fizzy drinks, but when the temperatures are warm, we've had warm temperatures again today, the only fizzy drink I can drink is a Lucasade. I don't like these Coca-Colas and different things, but I do like a Lucasade. And it's quite strange because if I go to the local shop and buy the small bottles, it will cost me £3 for 4 small bottles of Lucasade. But to buy one, no, £6 is it? £3 for 4. But to buy one large bottle of this Lucasade, it cost me £2 plus. So this was available for £1 today. So I paid £1, would have cost me £2, so it's a £1 saving. A nice thing that was available today. What? Have I missed the bread house? I got 2 Hovis loaves. I paid 20. Sorry? Warburton, sorry. I paid 20p for one and got the other one free. They would have cost £1.40 each, which is £2.80. So it's a £2.60 saving. There was a bag of fruit available in one of the food initiatives, which is called the Bryn shop. And I asked her, are they bullets, are they plums, are they damsons? And if you're aware of your fruit, you'll know most people can't distinguish between one or the other. They're very, very sweet. They're lovely. So I'll either make a fruit pie or a couple of pots of jam. We'll see which way it goes. But they're ready, they're juicy, and she gave me those for free. And as you can see, the weight there, it's just under 450 grams. I got them absolutely free. Had I bought them from a shop, they would have cost me £2.80, which is a £2.80 saving. So everything you can see here today, which is a lot, you know, I've had to squash it all in on my double table here on the island. And there's quite a lot here, you know, there's quite a few meal sources along with everything else we already have. A lot of treats, a lot of bread, vegetables, and stuff to work with, you know. I'm really happy with what's here. I've actually spent £13.24 today, which is either average or less than average from what I normally spend. Had I bought all this in the supermarket, it would have cost me £138.21, which gives me a saving today of £124.97. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, I'm so happy to share this with you. Please let me know if you ever did soup in a loaf. Please let me know of any other ideas to use some of the vegetables or to do with any of the food ingredients you see here today. And let me know how your shopping's going. How expensive is it? How much are you able to save where you're shopping at the moment? Let's keep in contact. Let's have a chat. Thanks for coming today. Please take care. Remember you're loved. I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.